All right, just in case I edit it to this point, which I may not. All right, it is time for travel again. I have not even been home 48 hours, and I'm heading out on another plane to the East Coast this time. So it'll be a little bit of a longer flight. However, good news, yay! Upgraded to first class. And that was pretty rewarding. There were only 2 seats, I believe. And anyway, one of the seats, I guess, is mine, because I think it was first on the list. So maybe there's 1 seat left and I got it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Got it. And so far the plane has not been delayed. That's a bigger concern nowadays. Delays, changes. It really messes things up. Mainly because I don't like wasting time at the airport. A friend of mine left yesterday, and yeah, they changed the flight gate, so missed a flight and 10 hours at the airport, and it's just agonizing to even hear about something like that. 10 hours. And it wasn't even his hometown, so he really couldn't go back home or anything. For me, when that happened to me, I went back home for like 2 hours and went back to the airport. So waste of money, but it would have been a huge waste of time. So I was considering fasting today, but free meal on the plane, I think I'm going to go ahead and take it. It does help kill time, even though it's a much shorter flight than coming back because of, yay, tailwinds. Tailwinds are a great thing. Headwinds, not so much. Now coming back, I should note, coming back has 1 seat open, and that seat cost $1,500. This is for first class, but it's a 6-hour flight coming back, approximately. Could be a little faster or longer, but $1,500 for it's first class. First class on Alaska is nowhere near even as good as a business class international. It is a little bit of a bigger seat. Reclines maybe a little more, and you do get the meal, and that is it. And maybe early boarding, of course. Lounge access, I suppose, if you bought the ticket, not if you got upgraded. So, yeah, is anyone actually going to buy it? Well, if your company's paying for it, if someone else, maybe. But there's a good chance that ticket won't be sold. But will I be in first place? I'm usually in second place. There's usually someone with just massive status that just always gets first place, and I don't have massive. I have 103,000 miles last year, so I reached the 100,000 club, but it's not enough to really always get me in first place. There's just always someone that has more. So second place usually will work. So it'll be nice. Funny thing, I just took out the garbage, and one of the things I included, which I hated to do, but it was a drink mixes. And there was 8 of them. And they were Tom Collins and Manhattan and all these cool drinks that you could make. They didn't come with the alcohol. You mix your own alcohol. But it was a white elephant gift. And it was pretty cool to win. Because I thought, this will be neat. Try out all these drinks, But I also thought, well, maybe that would be a good white elephant gift for next year. Maybe a different party or the same party. I don't know. At the end, I just couldn't resist. I had to try one last night. I think it was the Manhattan. And really disappointing. I mean, it tasted like syrup. I thought cough syrup at first, but then really just like cherry syrup, or just some of the ingredients, I think, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just preservatives or just to reduce the cost. It just tasted like, this thick, sugary syrup. And I thought, that ruins the drink. So I think all of the drinks, I looked at the ingredients, they all kind of had the same last few ingredients, and high fructose corn syrup, all this stuff. I mean, literally has corn syrup in it. So yeah, I thought, nah, I'm just gonna toss it. And I can't really give it as a gift because I already used one. I'm not gonna use the rest. So yeah, I just had to throw it away, which is too bad, but it just reminded me that we have just destroyed so much of our foods that it's not even worth it in some ways, especially if you're drinking alcohol, where it's not a healthy food to begin with. So it'll be a good flight. I'm going to get my free Wi-Fi, and I'll bring my laptop. I'm doing that more lately. What I'm not bringing is just, even the books, I like to think I'm going to read the books, but I don't ever actually read them, or 1 page at the most. The 360 camera, I haven't taken a 360. I always think about it. I don't know, it would be fun at the gigs. Now that I think about it, maybe I will bring it. But I've been leaving that behind because I've just not taken those photos lately. So I'm just trying not to bring things I don't use. I don't even bring my tablet anymore because, well, with the laptop, It's a bigger screen. I would like to get a portable monitor. So portable monitor, you bring it and it's just like a laptop without all the computing. It's just the monitor part of it. But if you bring a laptop, you can set it side by side. It would be so much easier to get any editing done, any writing done, any work done. But which one to buy? Thousands of knockoffs from China. So now I have to do a lot of research, and that's quite a bit of time. Yeah, that's most of the news. Most people don't get this far in my video, so I will mention that I really, the more I think about, especially when I'm traveling and coming back here, the more I realize I don't want to be here. I don't hate Seattle, but there's nothing here for me, so I definitely want to leave Seattle, and I definitely want to leave Seattle this year, but I don't want to go back to renting. So that presents some challenges. All right, now buy. Well, where to buy? I mean, this will be all in another video because I don't know where, I don't know exactly when. I just know that I do want to leave. And there's a part of me that says, well, yeah, you haven't really tried. You haven't really, I know. And it's not so much the city part that's the problem. It's just the condo. I don't like condos. I miss being able to do things that I really like to do. Some of my hobbies. The weightlifting, the not worrying about noise, playing the TV loud, karaoke. There's just so many things. Tap dance. I mean, there's so many things that I can't do in a condo. And I just think if I had a home, I could have all that again. Especially looking at these homes in Idaho. I don't know if it would be Idaho. Work is another thing that affects this decision to a high degree. But I miss that freedom. I miss a home. People were meant to live in homes, I think, not condos. So now there exception. If I lived in New York, then I would do a condo. If I could find a good condo in New York that wasn't a timeshare or a co-op, then I would do that and put up with the sacrifices because of the opportunities of New York. But that's probably the only thing where I think a condo is acceptable. Otherwise, and I say all those things could change. I don't know. Anyway, we're out of time. I gotta get to Uber is way too expensive. $70. Lyft was like $70. No, I'm not paying those prices. So I'm gonna take Uber to like one of the local stations that's like kind of halfway in between, $20, $25, and I will just take the train from there. But in doing that, I have to lose time because I have to leave early. But I don't care. I'm not paying $70 for Uber for like a 20-minute ride. It's just insane. Another reason I don't like the city, but having the train is a reason I do like the city. So they cancel each other out, so I'm not going to use that as a reason. All right, that's it. Cheers.